Welcome back to the New Jersey Morning Show. I'm Dina Delisa Gonzer.
And I'm Mike Favetta. Today we're meeting the authors of the new book, The INTH Degree, How to Stand Out by Going All In.
Joining us now is Tiffany McQuaid and her co-author, Bruce Littlefield. Welcome to the morning show.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Good morning.
Great to see you both. So explain the significance of INTH in the INTH Degree.
Well, the significance essentially is realizing, any time in life, you've heard that saying, nth, pushing yourself to the nth degree, right? And adding a little more, a little extra. Well, that's essentially what this is about, but with a little twist and play on words. It's about taking, in our case, 7 keys, all starting with the word in, and adding them to your life and employing them so that you can figure out what you need to do to push yourself a little more, but all starting from what is going on inside of you and how to execute it into your world, both personally and professionally.
Well, we all love a little insider information. I know. Do you love that? I
love it.
So as successful entrepreneurs, what advice can you give to those wanting to start their own business?
Well, what I will tell you for sure is I'm a firm believer that if you were given an idea or a thought or a concept, you were given that for a reason. Mm-hmm. So, we only have one life, one opportunity. Why not try it? Why not push yourself a little more and give it a shot? Take a little bit of a risk. The worst thing that can happen to us in life is that we fall flat on our butts. And I can tell you in my journey, both from when I was a young girl till today, and those are things that Bruce and I talk about throughout the book, is that I have fallen so many times that now I kind of use it as a guide, that I use it when I fall or I fail. I use it as an indication that I'm supposed to get right back up and push through it and keep on going. So that's what our hope is that this will inspire you to live out your dreams.
Yes,
I think that's so important.
We open the book with the key in intrepidation. And I think the thing that is really important about understanding any process you go through in life, you're going to get a lot of no's. In fact, we are faced with no's every day, and it's very few yeses that we have in our lives. But those 1 or 2 yeses that we get are the ones that push us forward and help us succeed. So you have to be able to withstand the no's in hoping for that yes. So intrepidation is very important in terms of life success and moving forward.
Bruce, you make a great point. I can't tell you how in 10 years of business I have heard no countless times, and it's discouraging. But you're right about you need to learn from falling on your butt and getting back up and keep on moving forward. So with that in mind, what does it mean to build a business with caring at its core? Because you mentioned that in the book.
Well, I think we've all learned so much from COVID, right? We learned during that time frame as we stepped out back into the world is the thing, well, not necessarily the thing, because we didn't really miss the things as much as we missed the people. The ability to be in front of someone and connect with them and hug them. Those were all some of the most important items that we lacked during that time. I think we can all agree with that. And I think when you're looking at business, I believe, and in my case, I built my company with heart at the core. So, that was an element that I wanted to believe in and know that I wasn't just building a company, but I was building a family and a situation where my people, I wanted them to know that I truly cared about them, what was going on in their life, but more importantly, their customers, with the hope that they would convey that exact same kind of caring component to their people, that it wasn't about corporate. It wasn't about, just being surface level in things, but about going that extra mile and pushing yourself to genuinely connect, genuinely build relationships, and genuinely cultivate a future and loyalty and, client building forevermore, because it's coming from the heart and not just from the head.
Yeah, I think one of the things that we say in the book and one of the keys is influence. And we hear a lot about influencers. And one of the things that is important to note is that each of us, each day, is an influencer. We influence every single person we meet from the moment we wake up to the time we go to bed. And the things that you do and the actions that you take can influence and affect positive change. So if you're growing your business and you're seeing your clients and you're seeing them and approaching them with a smile, you're encouraging a better day for them and also them to want to use you or your product.
I love the idea and the perspective of building not just a business brick and mortar or just a career, but more of a family and a community. Some people who think about starting a business, I imagine, may become maybe a little intimidated because they feel like they don't have the time or the bandwidth. Does building a business have to be all-consuming?
Well, here's the reality. I think we live in a world today full of distraction and reaction. We're constantly responding to something, whether it's email, texting, your phone dinging, phone ringing. We're on high alert, way more so than, many, many years ago. We've all heard of attention deficit disorder, but I think what's happening now is what I would call intention deficit disorder. And that is that we have the ability and the capability to wake up every day and start your day with intention. How am I going to step into this day? Take some time to plot it out and decide what you're going to do. Mentally prepare your head, not only for the day, but before you walk into a meeting, before you start your business, what's your intention to do so? Before you go to that parent-teacher conference, how do you intend to walk into that, and what is your desired outcome? I think that is a huge step that we're all missing because we're all so distracted and reacting quickly to things. But we have the power to decide, but we forget that. So instead of letting the day drive you, decide, step into it with intention, and start your day your way.
One of the great things I learned, Dina and Mike, from Tiffany during the course of writing this book is that Tiffany wakes up each morning, and instead of turning on bad news, she sets her intention about her day by looking at very positive things on Google, on YouTube. She exercises. She puts her mindset. She plays with her dog. She puts her mindset in a way that she's going to get the most out of her day, rather than letting the day influence her in a bad way. She's going to set her intention to do the most and squeeze the most out of her day. And I have to tell you, I've been doing that since I started working on the book with Tiffany, and it's turned out great.
That's really great advice. Yeah, especially trying to turn off all the negativity. We want to talk a little bit about teamwork. As growing a business, bringing it to scale, it takes people, it takes collaboration. But in terms of writing a book, tell us, what was it like to collaborate on this book?
A joy.
Well, yes, I was going to say, to me, it's been not only a dream come true, but it's been a true dream to work with Bruce. I think we're blessed in life when we have people that we can draw to us and that we really connect and jive with. And, we get each other. And I couldn't have had the opportunity or the blessing to work with someone who has the ability to get into my brain and to convey the knowledge and the wisdom so beautifully. So, it's a gift, I think, when we attract people into our lives, as opposed to trying to chase people down and make things fit right, or, fit a square peg into a round hole. Bruce just kind of happened after many years of actually knowing him, because he wrote my mentor Barbara Corcoran's book over 20 years ago. That's a whole nother story. But, he came into my life in a very strange way. And, we got connected actually almost 2 years ago. And here we are.
Well, Tiffany and Bruce, I love your energy as you talk about this book. It is sounding very inspiring. And can you please let our viewers know, where can we find the book?
Well, you can find it at all major retailers, including, of course, Amazon, Barnes & Noble. It's on Target.com. It's everywhere you think you can get a book, you can probably find The Nth Degree. And it's also in Audible. Tiffany did a great job of reading the book. And if you like to listen to books, she's a great storyteller.
I can tell for sure. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We're looking forward to diving further into the book.
Thank you guys for having us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Dina, that's such an interesting concept, going all in, and that's how you stand out. I think it's it can be a very consuming endeavor to be an entrepreneur, and that's great to kind of take all of those degrees and make yourself more successful.
Yes, and I think it's good to know that you can fall down and get back up, and you can learn from it as well. I love that Tiffany really emphasized that, and making your business about community and connection instead of just isolating yourself within your own career. I think that was really strong advice.
Totally. That's why people love watching the NJ Morning Show. We're right here in New Jersey. We're local. We're relatable. And you can always watch it on New Jersey. Find us on your Roku or Fire TV.